Hello fellow Gwent players, today I want to show you this interesting Death's Shadow sort of consume monster list, and this deck is a lot of fun to play because you're playing for a very unique win condition, and that win condition is Ruehin. Now Ruehin's ability is basically whenever he dies he just comes out again and stays on the board. The opponent can obviously interact with that by locking Ruehin, but even if he locks one of the Ruehins, you are still able to get a second Ruehin with the Death's Shadow leader ability, which destroys an allied monster unit, then spawn and play a base copy of it. So basically that means if the first Ruehin maybe gets locked, you can basically just use this to spawn the second Ruehin. If Ruehin doesn't get locked, this leader ability is able to play two Ruehins in one round. And paired up with the Haunt Scenario Artifact, which gives you quite a lot of consume cards with things like Desert Banshee and Barghest, which is 3 consume triggers already, which is 12 points already if you have Ruehin on your board. And with 2 Ruehins, it all just happens a lot faster. It's really powerful, but it's also obviously very susceptible to something like Poison or Tall Punish. But you're going to be playing so much consume that at some point the opponent isn't going to be able to keep up with the amount of consumes you've had this game. Plus, you also have second win conditions in this deck, which I will talk about next. Glusty Warp is your second win condition, basically. You can use him in round 1 if you need to win the round, because you do like the long round 3 with this deck, because it gives you a lot of time to set up your Ruehin, it gives you a lot of time to set up consume cards, and it just gives you that nice little length of the amount of passive points that Ruehin just creates by himself. So yeah, Glusty is like your short round finisher if you have cards that synergize with Glusty, which there are quite a few actually in this deck. So let's look at every card in detail now and talk about it. We have Night Wraith, which on deploy spawns 2 reds on the row, and then with the Death Wish also spawns 2 rats again. So a total of 5 plus 2, 7 points, but it enables a big Glusty. Endrega Eggs, yet again here for Glusty. Simply put, this card synergizes really well with the next 4 provision card that I'm going to show you, the Endrega Warrior, but even then, it's a good little proactive play that you can just use, plus it sets up your Glusty pretty well for the short run. I mean, this with Glusty already is pretty good points. Yeah, pretty decent card. Next up, we have the aforementioned Endrega Warrior. Endrega Warrior, very powerful consume card. It can consume 2 units which are adjacent to it. Obviously, it runs into Tall Punish. Next up, we have Endrega Larvas. I don't think I need to really explain this. This is a Thrive unit. 2 of these is basically 2 points per turn for like, say, 6 turns at least with this deck. So very strong card, very powerful proactive play, and this card can sort of single-handedly carry the entire monster faction simply because it's a very powerful engine. Next up, we have Harpy Egg. Now, Harpy Egg is also a very strong Death Wish card, definitely the strongest of the bronze Death Wish cards, as it simply produces the most points, with a total of 8 points for 5 provision if this card can be consumed. This is simply just there to have a good, nice little Death Wish card in your deck that you can just use pretty much to, you know, trigger consumes or just for a bit of tempo. I mean, this is just good tempo, honestly. That's literally all it is. For a bronze card, it is decent enough. Plus, it's not too big on the consume. It's just a 3 additional points on the card that consumes. Next up, we have Barghest. I'm running 2 off Barghest. Now, I'm not sure if this is correct, running 2 Barghests in this deck, but it's simply just there for the multiple consumes of the Ruehin. You can simply use this as a 9-point play with Ruehin on the side of the field, which is really good, and if you want to consume again, it's going to become a 13-point play as a bronze. So very powerful, very scary, but obviously runs into tall removal, as a lot of these cards in the deck do. But at some point your opponent will be running out of tall removal, and that's when this deck gets interesting. But for now, Barghest simply just there to consume the Ruehin or maybe some bronze Death Wish that you have in your hand, but this is not a necessity right now. I just like the card because it's good. That's really all it is. Next up, we have 2 Barbagazis. Yet again, there for the Ruehin consume. Plus, it's a good proactive play. maybe gets out a lock out of the opponent if he has one, so he doesn't have it for Ruehin later. And yeah, that's pretty much all this card really is. It's probably just bait for like locks so that your Ruehin doesn't get locked. Plus it's good proactively, plus it's 2 consume triggers working with Ruehin as well. Next up is Parasite. Now Parasite can be replaced with something like Nithral if you're encountering a lot of these scenario cards. You can probably replace this with Nithral. This is just a good little control card for certain cards that can trouble you, but realistically, if it's the only control card in your deck, it's not that great. And I think I could actually replace this card with something better, but for the moment, it's okay. For the basic deck guide, for basically showing you how this all works, this is fine for now as a 6 provision card. You obviously can work the deck around this entire thing. Next up, we have Penitent. I don't think there should be any Death Wish deck that doesn't run Penitent. It's a Thrive card. It summons a random 7 cost unit from your deck. This only gets countered by locks because killing it won't really do much. Plus the Thrive points can be very devastating, especially as a 2-point card. You usually play this rather early. You play Andrega Larvas and then you play this. And then you just let it grow for a while and then you consume it and put out the other 7 provision cards, which I'm going to show you right now. One of them is the Beast, a Spectre card, which boosts itself by 2 if this unit is not the highest unit on the battlefield. And you're going to have a lot of high units, so this unit will definitely grow by 2 pretty much every turn. So don't worry about this not getting that 2 points per turn, because it will most definitely get that. Usually want like a maximum of like, say, 14 out of this card. If you get double value off the provision, you've done a pretty good job, because you're going to be running a lot of tall stuff, and he's just going to be additional tall stuff for the opponent to have to deal with. The next 10 provision card is Pugo Boom. Now, if you draw this card, it's not too bad, because you can maybe kill like a Harpy Egg with it, so it's like a 10-point Death Wish trigger, which is obviously not too bad. So, very powerful card. Pugo Boom, definitely one of the good cards. Plus, it can come out if your Penitent dies as just a 10-point card on your side of the field. Next up is Karen. Yet again, just there for the consume ticks. Your Ruehin is being fed on, and that is exactly what you want with this card. You just want to eat Ruehins and more Death Wishes to enable things like Glusty Warp, or just eat Ruehins. Goliath, just a good 10 for 8 provisions. If it dies, it pulls out the highest unit of the opponent, which sometimes isn't too bad, especially against something like Northern Realms, where they pull out something like a Baron or like a Falibor, which they don't really want to get rid of. Usually just play this as a good 10 points for triggering Thrive, for triggering Death Wish ticks or something. I don't know. Just play this card. This card's a pretty good monster card for sure. Next up, we have Whispering Hillock to play a Death Wish unit from your deck. You're usually going to use this just to find your Ruehin, which shouldn't be too hard because there's not too many golds, plus the golds are going to get thinned out quite quickly in this deck as well, with things like Penitent, Whispering Hillock, and Naglfar, because Naglfar simply thins your deck by 1, and it usually happens that you draw Ruehin. It's very rare that you don't draw Ruehin. You have enough tutors in this deck to find Ruehin. Glusty Warp I've already talked about. Pretty good finisher, pretty good secondary strategy for this deck. So yeah, not a bad card. Definitely one that I would craft for sure. Then we have Ruehin. I've already talked about Ruehin, the main piece of this deck. Very good card, very fun card to use, especially if you have 2 of this card on your side of field. That's when this card really blows up. Even sometimes Harmony can't really deal with. So yeah, that's pretty much Ruehin for you. And the second last card before we get to the scenario artifact is the Plague Maiden. Now this is simply just there for Glusty, Synergy, or just simply also a good consume target. Also actually kind of a good proactive play if you don't want to trigger this immediately. You can use this and combo with like Glusty Warp during the same turn, so you don't fill your board up entirely. And Haunt is the scenario for monsters, gives you a lot of consumes, gives you a Night Wraith, which actually isn't the best because Night Wraith does flood your board quite a bit, so you might run out of space a lot because Ruehin never leaves the field, Harpies never leave the field. All the other consume cards or Death Wish cards, most of the things that they do is spawn units or spawn multiple units. Yeah, definitely be careful when you use this or this deck in general, that you don't overflood your board, because that actually tends to happen if you don't pay full attention to how you're playing. As for Stratagem, I went for Magic Lamp. You could also go for Urn of Shadows, but this one really relies on you drawing Harpies. Otherwise, this plays for like 3 points on a Death Wish, which isn't too great. So I'd rather just have the reliable 5 points on the Magic Lamp. So yeah, this is the deck. This is the double Ruehin deck with a bit of Glusty Warp here and there. But now we have to obviously go into some games and show off this deck. Alright, first game is against Tactical Decision. Sure, I mean, it's Nilfgaard. So Nilfgaard's obviously a problem for us because we do go quite tall, but let's see if we can actually work against that somehow. This is actually a good hand, honestly. I think I might actually keep this hand. This hand's perfectly fine in my opinion. Oh, he's playing Portal right away. Okay, so I think he's hyper thin in that case. He might, oh no, he's just Assimilate. Okay, that's fine. That is perfectly fine. Okay, so he's playing Duchess Informant. That's really strong. I don't like that. That's really powerful. Him being able to play Andrega Larvas is, it's not the greatest. But we're just going to play for Penitent here. Role placement is very important in this case because we do want to play for the Andrega Warrior, so we can't actually just place these wherever we want. We have to be careful as to where we actually place them. Oh my god, he has two Andrega Larvas now. Oh Jesus. Oh no, this is not good. Oh no, this is not good. This is very much not good. I could use my Parasite here, but I opt not to right now for the moment. I could actually, though, play for Glusty this round, honestly. Like, I have enough consume triggers, honestly. Oh, Jesus, but this is ridiculous. Oh my god, he's just going to be playing all of these Duchess Informants. 3 Duchess Informants this round. Oh my god, he's getting so many points per turn now. This is ridiculous. I don't think I can actually keep up here. I think I'll just play for the Andrega Eggs for now. Actually, it's not too bad right now. Like, we can still keep up, maybe with, like, Lusty and Andrega Warrior. Oh my god, he's playing Hengave Sword for more of these Andrega Larvas. He played 4 Duchess Informants in one round. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, that's actually insane. That's actually kind of impressive. I ain't even mad about that. Honestly, I could Glusty now. How good would Glusty be in this case? How good would Glusty be in this case? I'm getting rid of a lot of points here for him. Nah, I think I just play calm. You know, I can still do this with Glusty next turn. All right, we got the Beast going for us here. Nice. I mean, he has to play a card. Oh my god, another Duchess Informant. He's actually pulled off 5. There was only one turn where he didn't play Duchess Informant. That is actually hilarious. I can now Glusty, though. This is not a good play by him. He got a bit greedy there, I think. How good is this Glusty, actually? This Glusty's insane. Oh my, yeah, this Glusty is absolutely nuts. Absolutely bonkers, this Glusty. Like, we could actually win on even now because of it. Mata? Okay, sure, whatever. I mean, I could also pass. Oh, he's going to play Leader? Okay. Okay, so we got Leader out of him. I mean, he's full on Assimilate, right? Oh, that's a pretty good card. Standard Bearer. It's a pretty good card for him. Oh, it just does it. Oh, by 1 point as well. That's crazy. Actually, I could pass. Beast does it. Beast would indeed put me ahead. But I can just play for the Bargus for now. Get some points here. Alright, he's going to play for Tristelli. That's pretty... Oh, he's going to play another Duchess Informant. This lad. This absolute mad lad. He's just playing for Duchess Informants at this point. Oh my... Why do you play for the 2? That only triggers 3 points of... Oh my god, it just does it about... Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, this isn't too good. Actually, I could pass again. I still have the opportunity to pass here. Do I want to pass here? Do I think I can win this game if I pass here? I think I can pass here. This is fine to pass on because he's not getting any passive points. Okay, Imperial Diviner. It's actually kind of close still because we got the 2 points of the Beast. Yeah, Beast carried us. No, Glusty actually carried us this round. That was a nutsy Glusty. So he's just got Assimilate. He's just got Bribery at this point. And Bribery's not even that good. Just hope he doesn't have a lock here. I think I keep the... what do I keep here? I might actually want to get rid of... I mean, Parasite's not too bad, though. I think I just play for, like, Harpy... nah. think I'm mulligan Barghest here. Pugo? Okay, sure, whatever. Actually, no, I can no, Pugo's fine, actually. Okay. Let's see what we can do here with this hand, at least. Okay, he's passed. So we're going to play Andrega Egg here. Next round, we're going to go Harpy Egg into Pugo Boom. Then we're going to go Whispering Hillock into Ruehin and just, like, play the Haunt and everything, because we can. Goliath's also kind of good. We're going to play Goliath last. We got Karen. This hand actually kind of is pretty ideal. We could mulligan maybe Pugo Boom for... No, actually this hand's perfect. Actually, I think this hand is actually perfect. So what we just do here is we start with the Harpy Egg. If he locks it, we're happy. If he doesn't, then we just play Pugo Boom, and that should be fine. Alright, Opera... Oh, okay, he's playing that type of nonsense. Lots of Assimilate. That's perfectly fine. Ah, that's bad for my Pugo, though. I have to win the 50-50 here. Okay, we got lucky, but he already played all of his Duchess Informants. He played, like, 7 Duchess Informants in, like, round 1. What is he gonna do here? Oh, Glynis? Oh, that could be pretty devastating. Is it gonna be a problem, though? I don't think so. I think Ruehin's just too powerful here. Yeah, I think Ruehin is just simply too powerful. Now you're gonna see the ultimate power of Ruehin. It's just gonna be crazy amounts of points that we're just gonna consume with this Ruehin. Unless he obviously, like, I don't know, somehow Regis higher vampires it, but... No, not Regis High. I mean Regis Bloodlust. Okay, so you have to play the Haunt before you do this. This is a very important tip to everyone. So you play Haunt, and then you play this, and that's literally it. That's all you have to do right now. Look at that. Beautiful. And you use the Barghest, and eat it, and then you're happy, and you have 2 Ruehins just spawning over and over again, and your opponent actually cannot do anything against it. Because my opponent doesn't play a lot of control, I think. I don't think he plays any control, realistically. Okay, he's got the Beast, though. Beast is pretty good for him. Pretty good find off bribery there. But as I said, we're getting 8 points per turn here, pretty much. It's going to be pretty crazy. But we have to Parasite the Beast here first, before we do anything, realistically. That's probably the best Parasite we're getting, value-wise. And we can eat one of the Ruehins. Don't need to eat both. Actually, I can eat both. Doesn't really matter at this point. We're just feasting on Ruehins at this point. Look at that. Just they keep spawning. They just keep spawning. It's beautiful. There's the Avalak for not even... Oh, it actually gets full value this time. Okay, that's... I mean, it doesn't really matter right now. I think we've won this game. There's like nothing he can do against this passive power that we just have. Let's play Barbigazi next, I guess. Sure. Play Barbigazi next. Noon Wraith? Okay. Sure. Now it's just going to be... It's going to be a consume party for these guys. We're just going to keep consuming over and over again. And he's forfeited, because what is he going to do against this? We're literally getting 8 points per turn. Plus we're playing cards that, you know, like get points as well. So it's actually impossible for his deck to beat ours in this case. Alright, we're playing against Northern Realms. Now, Northern Realms' biggest threat is Baron, but we have so many tall units that Baron actually doesn't matter at a certain point. So we got the Penitent. We need more consumes. That's good. We got quite a bit of consumes here now. I want to keep the Endrega Warrior. Endrega Warrior is just good. I think I might get rid of Night Wraith here. Okay, that's a lot of consumes. Now we might have a bit too much consumes. He's actually got the card back. Why do I not have the map activated? I'm sorry, guys. I should have had the map activated. Okay, so he's playing Shoop. I'm guessing in that case, if that's how he's going to play it. I mean, if he plays Iron Falcon Troubadour, that's usually an indication for Shoop. Radovid's Royal Guards. Sure, dude. So he's playing slow setup. I think I'm just going to play my Penitent this round. Penitent in round 1 is pretty good. It's a nice little Thrive unit, plus it thins your deck out. It's very good. So there's the Alrin Falcon Infantry with 4 armor now. It's going to get 1 point per turn. That's pretty bad. But we're getting like 3 points per turn technically, so we're not in too bad of a spot here. Alright, he's played for Mata, giving me more consume cards. It's not the best, but I'll take it. Okay, he's played the Tower. Are these soldiers? No, they're not soldiers. I mean, this deck plays... our deck plays 0 control. If we would be up against like Visigoda or something, we might actually lose like 100% of the time, but that's not really meta right now though, so... I think I just do this for now. Yeah, sure. Give it the Thrive that it needs. Then we can play Barbigazi next or something. Yeah, play Barbigazi next. If he kills it, we just Barghest the Penitent. He's now played for Baron. That's it's a bit premature, I'd say. Could be a bit premature. But who knows? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's correct what he's doing here. He's passed after playing the Baron. Okay, sure, whatever, dude. So I'm gonna eat the Penitence, see what I get. I get Pugo. And now I just play... I think I'd rather get rid of Bargus than Endrega Warrior, because Endrega Warrior is just very powerful, honestly. We win this round. That's good, I guess. He played his Baron and just gave up on it. So I think we're just going to go for long round in this case. We have Haunt, we have Whispering Hillock, and we got plenty of Consumes, you know that much. Alright, Endrega Eggs, Goliath. I mean, Goliath can be our last play. Endrega Eggs is good if we have, like, Lusty. It sounds actually not too bad. And I'm actually just going to go for the long round here. If he's like a Shoop deck, then the long round is probably the ideal way to go. Unless he's playing for actual like super engines. He might actually still play for super engines. If he plays for super engines, we're going to lose by passing here. But I don't think. I think this guy's like just like a mid-range Shoop list, which just creates points on deploy, but it doesn't actually have an actual game plan. So it shouldn't be too bad for us here. Okay, we got the Plague Maiden, so we can play maybe for like Glusty earlier. Sure, that's actually not too bad. So I actually can get rid of Night Wraith here. Okay, more Consumes, that's good for us. Well, this is gonna grow a lot. This is actually kind of a problem. We don't have Parasite. I would have Parasited this actually. We just can't do that now, so I think I just play for... So I think I play for like Endrega Eggs, and then Plague Maiden. Okay, let's play for Mauler. And I think I just play for early Glusty in this case. Yeah, I just play for early Glusty in this case. I think that's the best way to go here. An early Glusty and then the Ruehin into like Karen, Bargist, and Haunt should be okay. Okay, maybe no early Glusty for us just yet, because he's got the Visigourd. Do I mind it? Not really. I think I can play for Ruehin now. I play Ruehin now. And I actually don't use Haunt next turn. I use Bargist next to trigger this on the order. So he's played Redea. So he's playing for Anses, obviously, here now. Very good for him, as someone would think. So we're going to play for Bargist here. Maybe he uses his Anses to kill the Bargist. Because if he uses Anses to kill the Bargist, that's perfectly fine with me. What's he going to do? What is my opponent going to do? Shoop. Okay, that's the Shoop play. He's probably going to go for lock a unit. Yeah, he's probably going to go for lock a unit. Damage 3, random enemies by 3. Okay, that's also fine. So that gives me actually an extra Glusty value card. I think I just play my Plague Maiden here. Or do I consume it? I'm not sure. I mean, he's already played Visigourd, so there's actually no risk in doing this right now. And then we just play Glusty next. And then we play for Haunt into Ruehin, and that's good. Yeah, that should be good, right? Because we got enough triggers for consume from Haunt and Karen. And he's played his Bomb Heaver now. That's funny. Because we still have the... We actually still have the Haunt. He actually could have gotten rid of, like, a bit of value there. Okay, that's his leader now. You might play for, like, Stennis into Anses and then give it shield. Or play Mad Kian. That's also possible. Will it make a difference? I'm actually not sure. This Haunt is going to play for a lot of value here. Because we're going to be eating Ruehins now. Eating Ruehins for days, dude. Ruehins for days. Look at that. Beautiful. 2 Ruehins just next to each other. Just chilling, you know? Alright, there's Philippa. Hopefully hits. He's going to try and go for this, right? Yeah. Okay, he didn't hit it. That's good. So... Wait, why didn't he Kian first? That's kind of weird. Guess we just go for the Harpy Egg here, right? And play Karen next. More ones. Don't really care, though, about these ones. I think I eat the Ruehin here. And then I eat Karen for, like, Ruehin and Harpy Egg. Alright, there's Anses. Probably to kill the Bargist. Yeah. That's a pretty big point swing. It's not too big, though. I thought it was going to be bigger. So, I can actually play Goliath now. If he has, like, Karathi Heat Wave. Because I think my Karen's going to be... What? Karen's going to be 6 plus 14, 7? 17? Because I think his last card's Folibor, right? So it actually doesn't matter what I do here. So I think I just play Goliath. It's actually his Vincent Mice. Wow, okay, I should have maybe played Karen in that case. That's pretty powerful. I mean, it's not good enough, though, because we just had these, like, huge points off of Ruehin and Glusty and everything. Yeah, look at that. We win by 12 points. Like, come on. Long round. This deck is insane in the long round. It's actually incredible. Alright, we're playing as Northern Realms again. We did pretty well first time. Let's see if we can do it a second time again. Alright, this time we can actually get the Eridan Snowman. Did we get anything? Hey, we got something. Okay, sweet. So, opening hands a bit. Eh. Okay, maybe I don't need a Barghest here. 2 Endrega Larvas isn't even good in that case, because we lose coin flip. I want Penitent. Penitent is very good in round 1. Penitent is actually a must-have, in my opinion, for round 1. But I think I can keep this hand for now. But do I want a mulligan? Nah, it's too late. Whatever. Screw it. This should be fine. So start with Larvas, as you do. Now, we just have to be careful not to... the problem with... Yeah, we kind of have to either, like, go all out for this round. Yeah, we might have to go all out for this round. Oh, he's just starting off with Falibor? Oh, Jesus. That is not good. That is not good. Okay, so I guess we just play for Harpy Egg here. Well, because he's going to kill this Endrega Larva next turn. We can actually play for Pugo Boom, maybe. Alright, he's machines? Okay. So I have to be careful here. Alright, I guess I just play for Pugo Boom in this case. Hope for the 50-50. Okay, we lose the 50-50. Feels bad. And I don't know actually want to win this round. I think I play for Egg and Warrior, and that should be enough. But if it isn't, we're going to be in a bit of trouble here. No, and he has Vincent as well. That's so bad. Yeah, I think we might actually have to lose on even here. This is not a good setup. I mean, the Falibor turn 1 and then the Vincent. And then we lose the 50-50 on Pugo as well. It was not. I mean, that 50-50. Like, the situation that we're in, realistically, the play was actually not too wrong there. Let's see how much points this puts us on. Oh, this doesn't even put us anywhere. I mean, it might be a bit difficult for him to keep up here, but I think he still keeps up here easily. So I think I might have just passed on even on 5 here. Yeah, this does look like a pass on even. Like, he has 2 points. He's on 16. Oh, Boiling Oil. Is that even... Oh, it is enough because it plays for 6. He can kill all of these guys now. No. I hate this, but I have to do it. I have to just pass. I know it's just 1 point, but if I go one more card down, it's going to be a bit of a problem against Machine Northern Realms, probably. But maybe if you go a card down in that case, it actually isn't that bad, because then he plays for the short round as well. We have to actually play for Penitent this round. Good that we drew him, at least. So Penitent, we can use Parasite to kill one of these machines for sure. And in the worst case scenario, we just play for Karen and Ruehin or something. Like if he goes for full Smork, but he might actually just go for full Smork in this case. I wouldn't count it out that he would do such a thing. Okay, Redanian Archer. That's okay. I mean, it's not something I'm going to be too concerned about here. You could pass. You might think about it, but why would you? What would you pass in this situation? It's kind of silly. Okay, we got more consumes, though. Yeah, we got the Warrior. Okay, so we got more consumes here. That's actually not too bad. But we could still be in a bit of trouble here. Alright, he's playing Siege now. This could get a bit iffy. Oh, he's actually killing this? Okay. He's not going to use Leader? Okay, sure. So, what do I want to do here? What do I want to do? Do I want to kill this Trebuchet? Or do I want to kill this Redanian Archer? What if I just play Night Wraith here? Sure. He can't pass now. We would be on even cards. Alright, he's got 2 Trebuchets now. Pretty scary. Pretty scary stuff, for sure. So, I think I just do this, right? For the moment. But this is going to be on 5. Oh, this is going to be the highest. Yeah, sure, whatever. Got nothing at the lows here anyway. We've already lost on even, so anything that we can actually accomplish with this is a win in my eyes. The problem is that this landed on the back row and just gives us reinforced trebuchets. Good value. It's not too good. I mean, we could use our Parasite at some point. We should maybe use our Parasite at some point as well, but I don't know. At least I don't know which machine is actually the best to kill here. Is he going to play another machine? No, he's just going to play Philippa here. That's very good. So what are the odds? Oh, I actually survived. Jesus Christ. Oh, but actually he's going to die anyway, so... That sucks. Okay, so I think now we have to play for double Ruehin. Or do we play for this? Do we just play for Haunt? I think we play for Haunt. Or do we play for Barbigazi? Barbigazi is not enough, but I don't mind going a card down if I can keep Ruehin in my hand. And he didn't even get to chapter 2 there, so I don't think he's going to pass anytime soon. Alright, there's Manlet. Weird time to play it. I guess you could have played that earlier, right? I should have played that earlier. Okay, that's a lot of points he's got here. So I think, for the moment, I think I just... don't want to do that, actually. I'm just going to play for Ruehin in this case. We can only trigger to chapter 2 with this, which kind of sucks. I don't know why I haven't used my Parasite so far. Okay, Avalok. That's a bit weird to play this late, but sure. Okay. Alright, that's a lot of damage. I'm just going to do Haunt in this case. Just going to play it there. I'm going to eat this. And, yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, losing on even is obviously the worst thing that can happen to anyone. So, I mean, if we lose this game, I don't really blame myself. Like, losing on even is just a problem in general. Okay, so he's passed here. Forced out my leader. And, yeah. Not too great. Not too great. Yeah. So we're card down. We've used leader. Yeah, we're going to lose this game. Unless we draw Glusty and Knight and Plague Maiden all at the same time. In that case, we might still have a chance, but I don't see it. Deckguide's good. Naglfar's good. Glusty's good. Hello. Hello. Okay, we have Plague Maiden 100%. This is actually not too bad. You know what? We can still kind of do something here. But we're probably still going to lose, but yeah, you can see here that still, even if we played Ruehin, we still have like a second win condition to play for, which is obviously really good in this case, because he's already played out all his Archer nonsense, his Redanian Archer, which would have dealt with this pretty well. He's already played out Falibor or Philippa, which would have dealt with this pretty well. Yeah, we're still going to lose because he still has leader and a card on us, but I don't think it's going to be... Oh, is he Shoop? Oh, maybe he just has this for Purify. Next up, we're going to play Naglfar. We're going to play for Plague Maiden. And see if you can deal with this. Okay, Siege Tower. Alright. I guess I'll just do this. You can still kill it with Ansei Stennis, so I'm just going to consume all and everything. Kidwinnie Sergeant. Okay. I mean, those are pretty garbage cards that he's playing out here. He might... could we still somehow win this? I mean, he has Baron. But we got some points here, boys. I mean, he's got 3 cards to play, but I mean, who knows? Maybe we actually can somehow... Maybe it's close. I'm not saying we're going to win, but it could actually be kind of close. Alright, there's Baron. So that just changes the entire environment by, like, a lot. So, and Ansei's... Ansei's not... I mean, yeah, Ansei's set up by Baron. Boom. Okay. And he had Rede as well. Okay. Yeah. I mean, remember when I said this was going to be close? Well, no. It wasn't. It wasn't even remotely close. Alright, so we played 3 games with this, 1, 2, and lost 1, and it's pretty clear to see the biggest weakness of this deck is you want to win round 1, or you want a long round 3. Those are 2 big things. You want to have round control, and winning round 1 actually is kind of hard if you don't draw things like Penitent, the Beast, or even just a Goliath. You just need these power plays, because this deck plays a bit different from other decks. It doesn't really play a lot of tempo. It plays for a lot of setup, and if the setup actually works, if you can draw like Endrega Larvas and Penitent and they can stay alive or stay active, you're actually going to have a pretty easy time winning round 1, but otherwise it's going to be a bit difficult for you to not lose on even on blue coin, which is probably the biggest weakness of this deck, is just to lose on even. But I mean, losing on even is bad for any deck, no matter which deck you're playing. So yeah, I guess what else can I say about this deck? It's a hell of a lot of fun to play, especially if you have the 2 Ruehins and they're just left untouched. Your opponent can pretty much just auto forfeit at this point because you're getting 8 points per turn if you can't actually deal with it, or if you can't lock it or poison like at least 5 units. So that's really all there is to it. Maybe this is not good against Poison Nilfgaard, but it's definitely good against some of like mid-range Shoop and Northern Realm. It's definitely good against like mid-range Shoop, Northern Realms. It can also actually do a lot of damage against Elves if you're facing them and they go for a long round, but usually Elves bleeds you, which could be a bit of a problem for you. But yeah, as I said, this deck's a lot of fun to play. You can go even further all out with the Ruehin, but I wouldn't recommend it. But this deck can definitely get you to pro rank. This is not like the Agles deck, which really played for 1 win condition. This can actually get you to pro rank if you know how to play it properly. I will leave the deck list in the description for you to check this deck out, maybe adjust it, maybe make it better, make it more competitive, make it more memey even. You never know. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like, subscribe for more Gwent content, and I'll see you soon. Yeah.